After 2 days of deliberations concluded on this second day of November in the presence of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, we have a statement to read, and it reads as follows. We are gathered here as members of Parliament from the National Assembly and the Senate, numbering nearly 300, to express an equivocal support for the BBI. Yes. Yes. The BBI process, as you're all aware, was initiated by the handshake between His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Raila Amolo Odinga, the Prime Minister. The handshake heralded a period of peace, and a process was started by the two to find a lasting solution to the problems that we have bedeviled Kenyans over the ages. The process, called the Building Bridges Initiative, was one that went round the country seeking the view of all Kenyans, which has culminated in the report that we now have. The report seeks to ensure that no one is left behind by creating shared prosperity. Shared prosperity means that all communities in Kenya, from all corners, have a share in the resources. Correct. One of the methods that this will be achieved is by increasing the minimum amount of shareable revenue to the counties from 15% to 35%, ensuring that greater resources percolate to every corner of Kenya. Further, it creates a ward development fund which will be resourced with 5% of shareable allocation as an additional measure to ensure that resources reach the grassroots. These measures and numerous others will ensure that marginalized communities, especially the pastoral communities, are adequately resourced. We are not going to leave behind our brothers and sisters from the pastoral communities, and we will finish the journey together. Other than the provision in the BBI bill to enable the criminal justice system to deal with corruption and economic crimes expeditiously, through ordinary legislation, we will ensure that cases involving corruption and economic crimes be heard and determined within 1 year. Although this, Your Excellency has now said 6 months. 6 months. The report clearly sets out measures to ensure that women and those operating under disability are protected and given greater space. The report sets out to give women and the disabled a greater role in the leadership and decision-making of the country. Women are an integral part of our country, and the report accords them that special status, ensuring they effectively play their role in society. We are resolved to ensure that the gender equity is achieved by making specific provisions for it in the proposed constitutional bill. The youth are equally catered for under BBI. Our youth have a host of issues that have prevented them from achieving their full potential. The issues have hampered the youth, and they're now faced with numerous problems that make their lives a bit of a misery. BBI seeks to give the youth a chance to get out of poverty by creating opportunities to make an income, to get financial support for their businesses, to ensure that they are paid promptly and they have greater participation in the tendering processes. Yes. Based on these issues and the fact that BBI stands for one nation, one country, we stand here today on behalf of the approximately 300 members of parliament from both the National Assembly and the Senate to declare our total unwavering commitment to the BBI. We are ready to proceed popularizing the report across the country. We have a schedule of activities that would culminate in a referendum to bring very meaningful and very far-reaching amendments to the Constitution. Yes. We are requesting all leaders and citizens of Kenya to join together with us in this noble process of a new constitutional order for the benefits of all Kenyans. Not any one person is greater than Kenya. Yes. Kenya, the nation, is greater. BBI is the fulfillment of the words of the national anthem. Yes. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace, and liberty. Plenty be found with our borders. BBI! Kenya moja! BBI! Kenya moja! Na Kenya moja, BBI!
We were read in Bomas, Isaiah 1:18. Come, let us reason together. I think in that spirit, let us find a mechanism for building consensus. Let us find a mechanism that unifies the country. We cannot build consensus by creating factions. We cannot build consensus, or we cannot build unity using divisive means. It's possible for us to agree on the matters that require legislation, they be dealt with. On the matters that are administrative, they be finalized. On matters that are constitutional, let us find a consensus on all the issues, whether it is the judiciary, whether it's the IBC, on the Senate, on devolution, on representation, so that we can move the country together. Let me request that way we can truly and sincerely be known that we want the unity of the country. You cannot unify the country through division. Yeah? You cannot say, let us lock these ones out, let us bring those ones in, and the mission is to achieve unity. To achieve unity, let us bring all people together. Let us bring all opinions together. In any case, there are no superior or inferior opinions or ideas. Let us sit, and as they say, a good idea will give way to a better idea. And that way, we can take the country forward. So that is my request to Kenyans. Let us have a reasonable debate. Let us have a debate on ideas, on issues. Let us not personalize. Let us not criminalize any opinion. And let us see how we can build the country together going forward. And I think we will all be respectful to what has been said about building consensus and about reasoning together if we can find the mechanism and the place when all of us can come together. It's not necessary to divide the country. It's not necessary to create unnecessary division. And whatever it is, in this scenario, there could be those who are looking for how to make money from the referendum. I want to advise them, there are many tenders they can apply so that they can make money. Let them leave this constitutional making as a Kenyan process. There are those who think they can use this for politics. Let them wait for 2022. We will all do politics. For now, let us find a mechanism for this constitutional moment so that, and bring all Kenyans together. The politics aside, business aside, we can move the country forward. So, and I don't think it's too much to ask that we find consensus. In any case, that's the way to go. There are people who are determined for us to have us versus them so that they can further their own selfish interests. We want to ask them, it's not necessary to introduce us versus them, winners and losers. The Constitution is for all Kenyans, and we need to find a mechanism to bring all their ideas in their diversity together and move the country forward.